had some challenges in life. Yep. Yep. How do you keep yourself motivated in the hardest of times?
Yeah, look, this is probably the question I've found the hardest to actually think about.
I knew that'll be your hardest one.
Yeah. And so I think the biggest thing I'd say is, one, I'm not perfect by any stretch at this. It's still it's very much an ongoing process for me.
Nobody is.
But I think for me, it was actually about setting things up in the good times before the bad times come along. So, so I guess we'll talk about the elephant in the room. My partner got cancer, 18-month duration where she was quite sick before she passed away. So this is a journey I don't want anyone to have to go through. And you're never going to know when this is going to happen. And I guess that was my story. Everyone has different things that happen in their lives. You've just talked about something that came along and hit you. So I guess, we're all going to have something in our lives that's going to come along and take us out. And so it's thinking about what can you do in the good times to be ready for that, knowing you're never going to know when it's going to happen. And so one of the things that I actually did was actually do exactly what we talked about, set up that community in my workplace with my team. And so, making sure that they were a community that worked together and supported each other and supported me, and we had these discussions and we had respect for each other, and basically I worked towards wanting to make myself dispensable. I worked towards making myself dispensable, and there's massive benefits in that, because it means if there's a cool opportunity, you can actually walk away and take that up. Or, in my case, when my partner got sick, I was able to walk away from work for an extended period of time and know that everything would carry on fine. Now, if I hadn't done that and I'd, been in a situation where things couldn't operate without me, I wouldn't have been able to do that. And then I would have had the stress of work on top of the stress of my partner's health.
Yeah.
And so
I fully agree, right? Every job I've had, I've worked towards making myself redundant.
Yeah.
This funny thing happened because of that, though.
Yeah.
Every time I worked towards making myself redundant, the company now had to either figure out what to do with me.
Yeah.
Obviously, they had to give me a pay rise, otherwise I wouldn't stay, because I would have nothing else to do.
Yeah.
And they've got to give me a promotion. Otherwise, why would I stay?
Yeah.
Yeah. So people think that if you're working towards your redundancy, that you're going to be out of a job.
Yeah.
Maybe you're going to be out of a job, but then hang on. Here's the other side of things. That company does not fucking want to lose you.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because you've done such an efficient job, they'd retain you. For anybody that thinks they're going to lose a job, they should just look at the cost of hiring.
Yeah.
Cost of recruitment.
Yeah.
It's absolutely, and cost of training and everything else that comes with it. It's insane.
Yeah.
They'd rather pay you extra $20,000 and give you a promotion.
Yeah.
With a bonus, probably.
Exactly.
I don't know.
Yeah. And so I 100% agree with you that all the things that you do, just because they actually benefit the workplace, like having diversity and having this community of within the workplace, actually benefits you personally as well.
100%.
So
does.
why wouldn't you do it?
Exactly.
Yeah. And so some of the things I probably wish that I'd done more to prepare myself for the hard times was, having more things that brought me joy. So, and kept me healthy. So I wish, that I had created more hobbies for myself and more exercise regimes for myself in those good times. Because when I went through the bad times, I found it really hard to have the energy to go and do those things.
Right, and the motivation.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And so, I did find for me, when you're a bit down, it's hard to go, right, I'm going to go for a run or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's only recently that I've taken up singing, and that was solely to benefit my public speaking for work.
Yep.
And it turns out I love it. Like I
Nice.
literally skip out of my singing lessons.
Yeah.
And I've just gone back to doing lunch, or not gone back, I've started doing lunchtime exercise classes.
Sweet.
You know, I always had an excuse about why I couldn't go running in the morning because I've got the kids, or running in the evening because it's dark.
Yeah.
And so I've found a way to do it that fits in with my day. And it's, you know, exactly like you're saying, I do these things during the workday,
Yeah.
but they're so beneficial all around.
Yeah, I mean, how does it matter whether you do it during the work day? End of the day, if you deliver your work, who cares
Yeah.
when you deliver it?
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
no, good on you. Good
Yeah.
on you for starting
Yeah.
an exercise regime and
Yeah.
staying fit and healthy.
Yeah. And it's, you know, it's taken a while for me to get into the ability to do it. So, like I said, I kind of wish that those had been set up, you know, in the good times before.
Right.
But I'm
so
there
you
now.
made a habit out of it before, so
Yes.
it wasn't very difficult for you to
Yeah.
carry on doing
Yeah.
it. Yeah,
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah.
I've never thought of that.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. No, good on you, Fee. And
Yep.
But thank you so much for your time, and thank you so much for all your insights. I know
Cool.
there's something that you want to put out there.
Yep.
But I
challenge.
don't know what. Though.
Yeah. No, one challenge to you is I love how you're changing the narrative around build partners.
Yes.
And love that. I'll take that away. So the challenge that I'll put out to you is to challenge your guest speakers to use gender neutral language. I have noticed in some of your podcasts that it is he, tradesman.
Yeah.
Yep. So
Fair. Fair.
that's my challenge to you.
Okay. No, challenge accepted. I will. I'll keep that in mind. Yeah. Fair. I will keep that in mind.
Awesome.
For next time. But thank you so much, though. Thank you so much for your time. I really do appreciate it.
Yep. It's been a joy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thanks, Andy.
Cheers.